Hello. So in this video, we are going to walk through how to make a children's book look just a little bit better so that it will pop more and sell more. So we're starting from this, and although it's cute, my opinion of the images is that they're a little too basic. So we wanted to make the images look a little more professional. And by just adding these two images, and most of the book has remained pretty much similar, not exactly the same, except for the girl and her cat. So we have the grass, the sky, the flowers, the trees, and so many things have remained the same, but we just changed the girl and her cat, and I will show you how. So let's look at the way that it looks now. Okay, it looks more realistic, but it's pretty simple to do. So let me go ahead and show you how. First, I'm going to click on the girl, and you can see that she's just an image that is transparent, and I can take her and move her, put her on another page. She's actually holding flowers here. And then to the right here, we have the cat, who's also a separate image, and the basket. So the basket we got from the elements here in Canva, but the girl and the cat, we used AI. So you can either use Midjourney and use chat prompts like we did to create the girl. And what a chat prompt is the text that you can basically use. I'm going to click on prompt here and it'll show you the whole prompt. Hand-drawn line art illustration, 6-year-old girl, olive complexion, very big brown eyes, dark brown wavy hair, two poses and angles, white background. She is looking up at the sky in one illustration and looking down at her cat, Fluffy white cat, Pom Pom, beside her. You should give them a name if you can. So I named the cat and then I named the girl. And then although I said white cat, it did give me one white cat in a couple of pictures, and then it gave me this cat, and I actually like this one better, so I chose this. So what you do is you generate a couple of illustrations, and then you click download. Once you have downloaded this image, you upload it into Canva by just saying upload files, and then go to your downloads. You can view your files, and here, for example, right now I'm working on this little boy. So when you upload an image that you just finished downloading from either Midjourney or Ideogram or Shaker, they all do image illustrations for you. Some of them are free. You can do Ideogram and Shaker for free. Midjourney is $10 a month, and if you're doing this often, it's worth it. So let's just say I was still working in this book and I want to remove the cat and I want to remove, no, let's just leave the bee. So we're going to upload, and we want this little boy here. Right now he has a white background, right? Well, Canva has background remover. Remove the little boy, remove the background, and now you have a little boy standing in the grass. If you want more images of this little boy, although you can use the same image many times in the book, if it's for children, if it's for babies, it's really not a big deal to use the same image. As you could see, I use this here, 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 same image multiple times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Then I have her walking, 1, 2, and I think this one is also the same picture 3 times. Then you can actually flip the picture horizontally and it looks like a different picture. This is a different one of her. So these are probably about 5 pictures of the same girl, same pictures, exactly the same. And you can also do this, you can separate her and her cat. So for this one, I took her and her cat, I removed the background, but then I wanted the cat to be on this side of the page. So I duplicated this picture. I have it twice now, right? I'm going to take this one here and only have her. And then I'm going to take this one here and I only have the cat. And I can do whatever I want with it. Okay. The same thing with this boy. If I want a picture, if I want this boy to be on my page facing the back, like looking this way, and he's doing something else, he's playing with his dog. I'm going to work on this story next. But whatever we have him doing, we just remove the background and put him here. Then we can put him in another part of the book and he can just be somewhere else. And you can use the same image. I do recommend not using the same image on every single page. So for that, what I recommend doing is I go back to Midjourney. I go back to my create prompt. And in order to get the same prompt, what you do is you go back to the picture that you had. So this is I think this is the picture that I used. Yeah, because this is what was just created right now. As you can see, it's not exactly the same. He doesn't look exactly the same, but this is AI. And if you're not learning it, you need to start learning how to use it because this is the future of illustration. So it takes some time and effort to do this, and I'm happy to provide these illustrations right now for anyone that's doing work for me. So what I do is I click on prompt. It gives me the same exact prompt. I go to the image, and this is if you want to start learning how to do this yourself, which I highly recommend. And I click on the little person here. You see the little person? That's a character reference. So it will reference this little boy for this illustration. I'm going to do AR 16 by 9. That means that it makes it landscape. It makes it a wide picture. Children's book illustration. And I'm doing the same thing. Okay. Even though I put red socks, it gave him red sneakers. That's totally okay. I'll do 2 poses and let's see what we get. So now we wait for it to generate. And as you can see, I got a lot of cute images, right? And now you can use these images for a book. So while that's generating, you see the 0 and the 1, this is generating. While I wait for that, I'll show you my pictures in my organized folder. So if you scroll down, you can see other generations. So this little girl can be used for another book. This one looks a little bit different. The type of illustration is also different. So we don't want to mix watercolor with, see, this is watercolor and this is not. So you don't want to have too many different types of illustrations in your book, but you do want to have the character look somewhat similar in a book, especially if it's a story about that child. You can have books where the story is not about one child, so that would be even easier. You don't have to have the same child in the whole story. So here is this boy. Now, what we do is we evaluate the pictures and we see what we can use. I'm not sure why it's making him get cut off at the top and the bottom, but I'm going to give it another try. And we just want the same boy. All right. He's wearing a yellow shirt. Okay. Blue pants. White background. I'm going to just remove all this. He is sitting on the floor playing with a ball. All right. Let's see if that helps. But in the meantime, let's go back to Canva really quick. And yeah, so this little boy is adorable. I'm definitely keeping him. And I will use him in a story, and the story can be created using Canva. All right, we can use the same concept that, you know, a lot of the other background. You can do a living room, go to graphics, pick a living room that you like. And again, this is for a children's book, so it doesn't have to be super fancy as long as there are colors and objects that the parent can point out to the child as they're reading the book together. But let's just say we picked out a living room. I want one that has space so that I can have the little boy sitting on the floor as the story will say. So let's just have this living room. And hopefully Midjourney is finished generating my illustration. Let's go back, create. All right, here he is sitting on the floor. This is okay. I can work with it. I'm not crazy about how his hands look and that's this foot, but I can deal with it. I'm going to download the picture. Let's see the other one. This one is okay, but you see how his head is cut off. So now I'm going to zoom out and it's going to generate the same picture, but he's going to look a little bit further away. And then let's see this one. This one is cute too. Again, the feet look a little weird, but we can always cover that with something else. I'm just having it regenerate for me. This one is very cute. Okay, let's just download it. We don't have to recreate that. And you don't want to, if you have Midjourney, you don't want to keep recreating because you're using up your credits. You pay for your credits. It's $10 per month. And you got to use them as if you're spending money. So you got to be careful. Although I do generate a lot, as you can see. But let's wait here. Let's just take a look and see how they're looking. These are very cute. Okay, so I think I'm ready to start working on the book. The ones that I don't like, I'm not going to download. The ones that I do like, I will download. This is cute. Even if he doesn't look exactly the same, we'll give it a shot and we'll see how it looks. All right. I'm downloading these, as you can see. I'm just trying to see the difference between the two. Let's just download it. Download this one. So you want to have a couple of different options. I don't know why it's doing that with his hair, but okay, so he's cute, right? So now we go back here, we go back into Canva and we upload. Just upload a bunch of them. You know, you want to just have the option to work with them. Okay, so now I'm back in this story. I don't want to mess with the pages of this. This is going to be my 40-page kids book template that I use. And I'll very quickly show you that. This is the book cover. This is the copyright page. This is the book, you know, this book belongs to page. The rest of it from page 4 until page 31 are all the story, the text, the image, the text, the image, text, image. And then after page 31, we have some activities for the kids. You ask your customers to leave a review on Amazon. You promote your other books that you've created. You give a bio about the author. And the reason why you see this twice is because this is a book that's in 2 different languages. So I have one in English and one in Italian. And then you can have another promo page. The reason why I have 40 pages is I did some research on the price that Amazon charges me, and the difference between a 32-page book and a 40-page book was no different. So I might as well have 6 or 8 more pages added and do whatever I want with it. And the parents will be happier because it's all for them. It's like activities, you know, doing little flashcards with them. And then the other part is for our benefit as authors to promote our books. Okay, so I'm going to close this one out because that one I just wanted to use as a demonstration. I'll just leave it open. But here we are with this one. And now let me just refresh because I did the upload of the pictures in the other book while I was here. So now that I'm in this one with Lily and her cat. So if you're working here and you wanted to start a new book, you go to your uploads and you can have this cute little boy. You can remove the background. And I already have a story for this, but I'll put this in later. But you can have the little boy, and you can also get a dog in Midjourney. You can have Midjourney illustrate a dog for you, or you can have a dog from here. Now, if you've never done this before in Canva, if you like the illustration style, click on these 3 dots, go to view more by, and it'll tell you who created it. This guy, ANDSX. Click on that and just see what other illustrations he might have. Sometimes they might have 2 or 3 of the same dog and facing different directions. Sometimes they won't. So he only has 1 picture of the same dog. I'm not happy about that. So I'm going to look for another illustrator who created the same dog in different poses. Yeah, so this is just something that you can do. I don't want to make this video too long, but as you can see, there are a lot of different dogs here. So we can pick one. Like if I wanted to make this a Christmas theme, we could see that this dog is the same as this dog, right? But I'm not going to pick that dog. So you choose the dog. Try to choose one that's in different positions, like this dog. See here? He's like this, then he's like this, and you might even find him further down. But use your judgment. Here's the same dog again. You want to use the same dog. Oh, how cute is this one? Look at him. He's sleeping with flowers on his head, like a little wreath. Here he is again. So you definitely want to use a dog that is multiple, in multiple different illustrations. And you might want to put him on a white page. Don't put him on a page with text like I did. And then you want to take these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, cut. I did Control X, and then I'm going to go to a white page, a blank page, and just do Control V. And now I have this dog here, so I can start creating a whole new book, changing. Remember, with each book, don't give the customer the same background. You have to change pretty much everything, okay? You want to do completely different book. If you're doing a dog with paws, yeah, it doesn't have to be pink. You can make it a dark blue, because now it's going to be a boy and his dog. And I'm choosing blue. This here I'm going to change to blue, and I'm going to be consistent across the whole book. So don't choose blue here and then the text in the other parts of the book is green and orange and yellow. We want to be consistent. The English is in black, the Italian is in blue. We go to the next. The English is in black, the Italian is in blue. Even though this is not my story right now, but I want to keep the text consistent. Merriweather, 32-point font, centered. I don't want text that's stretching out across the whole page. The text should be centered. And as a matter of fact, Canva even tells you how far it is from the line, 0.417. Even though every page doesn't have to be the same as the last page, because sometimes they're longer sentences and longer text, but you do want this to at least be consistent. Okay. And we're going to change all of this. So I'm just showing you, and you can do this work separately. Yeah, so let's just say we were here and we're deleting the girl. We're going to delete the whole background. It's up to you how you work better. You can start a whole new book from scratch and not do it the way that I'm doing it. I'm just showing you the concept. Boy's bedroom. So we're going to have a boy's bedroom that doesn't have people in it. As you could see, some of them have a little boy in it. But I have a boy's bedroom. And now let me get my little boy. Where is he? He's in the upload section. And I'm going to put him in the room. And even if you keep getting the one with the white background, just click background remover. It takes a minute, literally. Not even, it takes 2 seconds. You want to move this over. You want to let him look like he's standing in his room. If you want to get creative, you can get a rug, put it under his feet. Sometimes that makes it look a little nicer. So here's a rug, put it under his feet, go to position, backward. Now he's standing on a cute little rug that matches his room. So you want to make it interesting. You don't want to have a boring book. I'm sorry. This cat and this girl are just not good for this book at all. So let's just say you have a family room. You can just type in different things to find different backgrounds, elements, whatever it is that you're looking for. What is this room? No, this one has people in it. You don't want a room with people in it. You can also put together a whole room yourself. You can get a background, a couch, and so on. Let's get a kitchen. Let's go find a kitchen. I'm looking for a kitchen that we can definitely put this boy standing in the kitchen. Okay, this kind of looks like a different type of illustration. This looks more like a watercolor illustration, so I don't want that. I don't want to mix. This one looks cute. Or actually this. No, this is watercolor. You want to look at the illustration type. You don't want to mix. You know what? This is going to be difficult to use that. I'm not going to use that one either. Use your judgment so the kitchen will look like a kitchen that he can stand in. Like, so here we go. Let me just show you. Go back to the uploads. Go back to the little boy. He could stand like this, or I can have this one where it's the back facing one. But I'm going to just use this one again. Remove the image. And now you see how it won't look right unless I move the kitchen up and I give it a floor. Right? Now you're going to go back to elements. You could look for a wood floor. Look for a wood floor. See how it looks. Stretch it out, position, back. Now he's standing on the wood floor. You don't need to put a rug in the kitchen, so leave this like that. So now you can see the little boy standing in the kitchen, and what are we going to do about the dog? Let's put the dog there. The dog is following him around the house. The dog is with him in the kitchen, see? So we have a dog in the kitchen with the boy. So you can do either the text first or the illustrations first. It's up to you. We can have the dog follow him into his bedroom. So here he is in the bedroom, and his little dog is right next to his feet. So I already do have the story, but if I want to change the story because my illustrations have certain elements to them, then I can change my story. Okay, so this here, we're going to have the dog playing, right? Let me just copy and paste this here. And we're going to have our little boy again. Now we're going to put him on the floor to play with the dog. So let's see, which one of these shall we choose? I also have to see, here we go. Let's choose this one, background. All right, we got to make sure that he's not smaller than the dog. We don't want a giant dog with this little boy. All right, but now my story, I have it in ChatGPT and I'm going to change it around a little bit. I have him playing in the living room. So let me go back to my living room picture that I had. Did I have a living room? No. I have a bedroom and a kitchen. So I'm going to take a background from a living room. Even if I don't find a perfect living room, I can add to it. All right, here's a living room. And again, I'm not really all for using these Canva elements. Why? Because the rest of the world is using them. You want your books to stand out a little bit. But right now, I am working with a few people in Canva who are doing a great job and helping out, and I'm just doing this in a way that they can use whatever version of Canva they have. It can be the free Canva or it can be the paid Canva, but this is for people who don't have the paid Canva. So let's choose this living room right now. All right, I'm going to try to make it so that we have room for him and his dog to play. So I'm going to move this position backward. There's his dog. There's the boy. There's his window. I might change this, but just for demonstration purposes, I'm showing this to you guys. So as you can see, the book is already coming along. If you click on the bottom here on the grid view, you can see that you already have the cover, right? Let me just move this doggy thing down here. So when I need it, I have it. You have the cover, the copyright page. This, we got to make it look blue. We got to change this. We got to change this. You definitely have to remember to change everything, but the book is coming together. You have a cover, copyright. This book belongs to first page, first illustration, second page, second illustration, third page, third illustration, fourth page. So you keep doing this until you get to this, and then we do the rest of it. Now the rest of it here, we don't have up until page 40 here. We do have it in my other book, which is why I'm using this as the 40-page template. But the 40-page template, once you get to page 31, I want you to take these pages and make them different. Do not leave everything the way that it is. The only thing that I want you to leave the same is the font. Merriweather, here it's 26. Merriweather, here it's 26. Merriweather, here it's 16. Keep the font face, the font size, and make the colors consistent for your book. So if you have black and blue, I want that to be the same across the whole book. This one I had black and red for the text, the main text. Then if this is going to be a blue themed book, then I want this to be a blue themed background. You can just go here and choose that color. And since it's a dog and he has paws, similar, you know, a cat has paws, a dog has paws, you can leave that, but try to be a little creative. Don't find the easy way out because that won't work. The easy way out in life will not get you more jobs. The easy way out in life will not get you good reviews. So I am teaching this in what looks like an easy way, but it can be time consuming. So you have to put effort into it. You have to put your effort into everything that you do. Look, read, try to see if the parent is doing this with their child, how the parent is going to interpret this. This says draw a picture with your child of what they like best about this story. Do you think this is good, or would you add more to it? What do you think? On this page, this is review the words and discuss the story with your child. These words are all from the story in this book, but now we're in a new story. So we're going to delete these, and we are going to make the story that we're in now, like the dog. He wasn't an upload. He was here. So we're going to find the dog and copy him. Oh, I'm sorry. He was here. So the dog. All right. So if we're doing that one in the 40-page template, all right, we're going to put the dog here, and we want to put it in English and Italian. If you don't know Italian, go to Google Translate and look it up. So that's what we do for the activity pages. Look for different things that are in this story. Don't find new elements. Keep the elements that are in this story. So if we're going to go back to this, and we look at the boy and his dog, what elements were in this story that you can put in that activity sheet, and then change the words. Okay? The rest of this is all going to be the same except for the background. So I want to keep the background consistent for each book. So if you're going to change this one and make it a fun background boy theme, let's just say, it doesn't have to be a boy theme, right? Let's just say fun background graphics, and you want to choose this one. Let's just say, you don't have to choose this, but you can be creative, choose a different one and put it in the background. Go to the back. So now this is your background here. I want you to go to the other pages and do the same thing to the back. Go here, delete, to the back. By the way, if you have this in grid view, when you see all pages together, the background is actually easier to change. You could just go like this all the way across. If you have blank pages, if you don't, you'll have to go do this, but then you have to open it and go position to back. But we're not doing that for this. I just wanted to demonstrate. So I hope this helped. Let me know if you have any questions, put it in the comments, and I would be happy to help you. Thank you so much for your time. And this is the end of this video.